Hello and welcome to LVCOM series of engineering graphics. This is a special series with using Cognifront software. GTU have taken initiative to take animations from the Cognifront software for the better understanding. In the previous lectures we have seen what are the introductions to the engineering graphics. In the past lectures we have seen that what kind of tools we can use, what would be the application of these tools. Now in this lecture we will see the further applications of the tool, as well as we will see what kind of drawing sheets we can use to draw engineering graphics. Apart from this, as GTU have conducted this Cognifront software usage, we will use thorough videos using the Cognifront. We will see how we can do animation and how we can take proper projections to draw any sort of engineering graphics drawing. Now let's have a look at our application to the tools. What kind of applications we can do using the various different tools. Let's see the first one. We need to apply some geometry to the tools. In the past lectures we have seen that we need to implement the tools, how we can prepare the tools. Now we will see how we can apply those tools to draw various lines, various arcs and various circles using compass, set square, T-square and drawing board and drawing pins. Now let's have a look at our first problem of the day. The first one says that we need to draw a circle which is tangent to two circles. Over here two circles and the radius of the third circle is given as r. Now how we can draw a third circle which is tangent, exactly tangent to this circle. Now one should know that what is the meaning of the tangent. Tangent means that this circle would be touching to another circle at one point only. Now we need to draw a circle or an arc which touches only one point on this circle, that is C1, and one point only on the circle, that is C2. Now how we can draw these kind of tangent circle, we will see. First of all, we have got two circles radius. We have got center C1. The center C1 circle's radius is R1. Over here as you can see, center is C2 and the radius is R2. Now we need to draw third circle which is radius is equal to R. What we are going to do? First we will mark a first arc. We will use compass in this problem. What we are going to do, we will put our compass center on the C1, and what I am going to do, I will add the R into the R1. If my radius is, suppose over here the R is equal to 10 and this R1 is equal to 15, then my radius, compass open radius would be 25. I have marked a arc. Similarly, on the other side, take C2 as center. And radius is equal to R plus R2. Again over here, if my R is 10 and R2 is 25, then which means that sum of this would be 35. Whatever R2 we need to sum into the R. Now we have got intersection with this R plus R1 and R plus R2. Now next step, what are we going to do? Let's see. At the intersection point we have got the center point C. Which represents the center of this third circle which radius is equal to r. Why we can get the radius r? As you can see over here, this radius is r1, C12, this radius is r1, but we have added r, this much distance we have added. Now due to this we have got this point number C, which is the center of this arc. What are we going to do next? I have put up a scale exactly passing through the point center C1. I have put up scale like this, which intersect point number C and point number C1, and I have drawn a line which intersect with the circle C1. What I am repeating, C to C1 I have put up a scale, then mark a single line which intersect with the circle C1. Now over here also what I have done, put up a scale which is exactly on the point number C and exactly on the point number C2. It is passing through both the point C and C2. I have drawn a line which again intersect with the circle C2. What I have achieved? I have achieved two tangential point to this circle. I have got my circle center point, I have got the radius. Now next step is I need to draw a arc using the compass like this, which radius means to r. The same distance we have put up over here also, the same distance will cover over here. Now if you draw this full circle, then you can see that this circle will not intersect with this another point of this circle C1 as well as C2, which means that we have drawn a circle which is tangent to two circles. The circle's radius has been given to us, that is r, and we have achieved like this. This problem we have solved using compass, pencil and the scale. You can similarly darken this kind of line to get the proper objection. Now let me repeat this procedure once again so that you can have brief idea how you can draw various tangent circle to another circles. These methods are very much important when you are going into the orthographic projections as well as in the isometric projections. These kind of thing will happen when you need to draw fillets and you need to draw rounds. Over there these methods will be very much helpful. So better to be very careful in the beginning only, so that in the future we do not get any sort of problem. As you all know that orthographic projections and isometric projections are considered to be very tough to the student, but if the fundamentals of this various methods is clear, then we can achieve a result very easily. We have seen that very much failure ratio in this engineering graphics subject. That's why we have implemented the animated portion, so that you can get proper idea how you can draw, how you can use the various tools. This is a very great initiative taken by the GTU, and the collaboration is done to the Cognifront software. Now we will see the next portion of our next problem. Now in this, when circle tangent to other circle, now we need to draw a circle which is tangent to another circle. What I have written over here, the center of two circles and the tangent point must lie on the same straight line, which means that the two center must lie on the straight line. The radius of the first circle is given as r1, radius of the second circle is given as r2, and as you can see that in the green portion we have highlighted the tangent point. Tangent point means that at that point only the circle have made contact with each other at one point only, which means that it is a tangent point. We need to draw a tangent circle to the two circles. This is another method. With using this method we can draw a tangent circle to two circles. Now what we can do, already we have the C1 as center, C2 as center, and we need to draw a circle like this. This kind of circle we need to draw. As I have already told you that this kind of problem, if you need to draw orthographic projections of this kind of problem, if you do not know the proper method to draw these kind of arcs, then you will fail to draw the problem itself. So that's why these methods were very much important, and I must say that you need to concentrate on this method to betterment of your future of the engineering graphics. As you can see that this is the highlighted portion. The two circles tangent exactly like this. What we have done, our desired arc is this much only, but we have got only tangential contact with it. This arc touches to this circle C2 and C1 at one point only. This is tangent point to the C1 and this is the tangent point to the C2. We need to draw circle tangent to the two circle. Over here the arc radius has been given as r. What we have got over here, this is our C1, this is our center C1 and this is our center C2. Now what we are going to do next, we have got the radius of these circles. The radius is given as r1 of C1 center circle, and the radius of the circle, another circle, is given as r2 for the C2 center circle. Now what we are going to do, in the first method what we have done, we have added r plus r1. We have added r plus r1. Over here what we are going to do, we are subtracting r minus r1. If my r is 35 mm and this r1 is 20 mm, then this radius would be 15 mm. Remember that in this method we need to subtract the portion of the arc. I have drawn a arc using the center C1 and the radius is r minus r1. If r is 35, r1 is 20, then this radius would be 15. I have drawn a arc over here like this. Now next, putting center C2 over here like this, and what we are going to do, r minus r2. If my r is 35 mm and if the r2 is 10 mm, then the radius would be 25 mm. Again repeating, if r minus r2, if r is 35 mm and r2 is 10 mm, then this radius would be 25 mm. It is not necessary that r1 is equal to r2. Sometimes r1 and r2 radius would be totally different. So you need to subtract the exact figure to draw this arc. No matter what is the difference, you will get the center point at desired to draw the tangent circle. Where both these two arcs have been merged, we have got our center point. We have named this point as point number C. As in the previous method of drawing tangent circle to the two circle, we have got this R plus R1 and we have got R plus R2. Now in this R minus R1 is there and R minus R2 is there. That's why the center C lies below these circles, but our objective is to draw the tangent lines only. We have got the center point. Now what we are going to do next, we will put up a scale like this. Again the same method, this scale should intersect with the point number C and point number C1. Mark a line which is intersecting to the circle. Mark a line which is intersecting to the circle. Similarly, on the another line, C, put up the scale which passes from C and C2 and also which intersect with this circle and mark a point. Now what we are going to do, we will draw a arc using center as C and radius till this points. If you measure this distance, then both this distance will be equal to each other, as our differences has been disadvantage on this subtraction. I have removed the scale, I have taken the center as C, drawn an arc like this, which means that its radius is equal to R. Why R? We have subtracted this portion, this much portion we have subtracted. As you can see that R minus R1 is there.